Garcia, Rowell. Benz, Victor.
Spell it.
B-E-N-Z, zebra. Step over there, fella. Put your hands up against the wall. I hate this job. Some days I kind of like it.
Need any help?
No. I can handle this little sheet. Let's try again. Your name?
Maria.
Your surname, Maria who?
Maria.
These papers, Victor Benz, where did you get them?
Found.
Right. And your own papers?
Lost.
What was your last address?
The steamship Ulysses.
And before that?
I don't remember.
Where were you born?
I'd have to check with my parents.
Where are they?
On the move, Ecuador, Hong Kong, who knows?
What's your father's name? Maria, what's your father's name?
DeFasco.
Maria DeFasco. Now we're getting somewhere.
I've got what I want. You keep her handy. It'll take 24 hours to check this out.
You don't have to check. I confess.
You confess what?
My crime. I'm guilty of being nobody. I have no papers, no country. I have not even a number to hang around my neck. And in today's world, in the tidy little minds of officials like you, that's crime enough, isn't it?
She's all yours.
What are you going to do with me?
Well, obviously, you can't stay in Canada. I have to classify you as a stateless person. You'll go back to the Ulysses into custody of the captain.
He won't take me back.
Well, he has no choice. It's the law.
It's the law. Therefore, it is so. Is that it?
That's it.
It must be pleasant to have been born a fool.
Hey, Captain! Captain! I have to put this story of yours back aboard. Well, it's the law, Captain.
Technically, I am aboard my ship, where I am the law. I beg of you, my dear sir. I beg of you. Let us have no conflict between your law and mine.
King. I'm with the Ship Owners Association.
Ah, please to excuse appearances, Mr. King. When I am in port, I like to make myself comfortable. Drink a little, relax for a couple of days.
Captain, I understand you'll have plenty of time for relaxing. I just had a call about that girl.
The girl?
Yeah.
One little girl. Bah. Is that a thing that should come to the attention of the owners?
Well, when that one little girl holds up the sailing of the ship, yes. Immigration doesn't want to give you their clearance papers, Captain.
I ask you, is it my fault I have a stowaway?
Immigration says you put a phony name in the manifest and they... You know, Captain, that might be considered conspiracy to effect illegal entry.
What could I do?
Well, what you can do is cooperate. Look, take the girl back aboard the ship.
No, not for the immigration, not for the owners, not for you, Mr. King.
Why not?
It is not right. Such a girl on my ship with 40 men. Not again. In their veins, my crew has blood. Or Greek brandy. Which is worse?
Keep her locked up then.
Forever.
No, just until you get her back to the port she came from.
Ah, that's simple, is it?
Well, sure.
She won't tell me where she came from. Crete, Malta, Casablanca, Havana. We have been to them all. She could have come aboard anywhere. But nowhere will they take her back. Not without papers. Drink?
No, no. Well, listen, did she leave a clue, anything to give us a lead where she's from?
I have looked. No labels, no letters, nothing. What are you going to do?
I don't know, but what I have to do is get the ship back to sea.
I won't sail, not if it means spending the rest of my life with that girl
Look,
aboard.
Captain, if you found out where she boarded the ship, well, we'd have to take her back, right? So?
If you find out where she came aboard, maybe we could make a deal.
There's no maybes about it. If I find out where she boarded the ship, you will take her back.
Deal.
Deal. Well, good day, Captain.
Mr. King, she's very young, pretty. Perhaps with a little Greek brandy in your veins, eh?
Good day, Captain.
Yasu.
Maria, I brought your clothes.
Put them on that desk.
My pleasure.
I've been manhandled, interrogated, fingerprinted. Now comes something different. A polite official.
Well, I usually carry my brass knuckles, but this time I thought I'd try the informal approach.
Ah, the informal approach. I'm accustomed to that, too. To what officials call informality. Open my suitcase. I'll be glad to get rid of these clothes. Rough wool. Rough against my skin.
Say, did you borrow that outfit from someone off the Ulysses?
I thought you wanted to keep this informal.
Well, yeah, I do, but there are some questions that I have to ask. And Maria, I would like to help you.
Good. Start with these boots.
No, what I meant was I think we could work out a better deal if you tell me where you boarded the ship.
So they can send me back?
Well, I think that would be a lot better than spending the rest of your life on the Ulysses.
Why don't we talk about how I might get into Canada?
I'm afraid I can't help you much there, Maria. I can't get you into Canada, so if you want to put on a show for somebody, I think the immigration people are the people to talk to.
A show? So quick, so sharp you are in your great central heated country.
You seem pretty anxious to get into it.
I was not putting on a show. I come from a world where there is no privacy. From deportation depots, from detention centers. The world where women are stripped and allowed as part of the routine. What do you expect from me? Maidenly modesty?
Yeah, well, in this world of yours, don't the men find you quite an attractive-looking young lady?
If they do, I use it.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. I can't get you into Canada, so please don't use it on me. Oh, by the way, do you want me to take this back to the ship for you? To Garcia? Say, fellas, any of you guys know Garcia? He's off the Ulysses. You fellas know him, Garcia?
You looking for me?
Yeah, your name's Garcia, yeah.
You want to buy me a beer? To Maria.
Maria. Tell me, Garcia, what do you know about Maria?
Nothing. I happened to find her in the hole behind an unused water tank. Hungry and frightened to death of the rats. I reported to the captain that we had a stowaway aboard.
And what did he do about it?
He told me to keep the news to myself, not tell the men. Oh, all I did was obey my orders. I am in the clear.
Not exactly. You did give her your clothes.
So? I would do more than that if I thought I could get that kid into Canada.
Oh, something personal.
Yes, personal. We became friends. I take her down some food every night, and we would talk.
You mean you talked and you still don't know anything about her?
Well, she did not tell me facts. More like, impressions. You know, things that had happened to her. Nightmares. It is a nightmare world for the person who is stateless. Now, you had a glimpse of how she lives. In the hold of a third-rate freighter. In a warehouse. She's like a fugitive. Tired. Isn't a room here in Canada a place where she could rest at last, huh?
Why Canada? I mean, just because the wind happened to blow her here this week?
No, because in Canada there is a man who wants her.
Well, look, do you know where we can find him, what his name is?
Does it matter?
Well, sure, if a Canadian guy wants to marry her, it makes all the difference in the world.
There is such a man. He is honest, not very good looking like me, but a good job. Oh, I know a lot about him, except who he is. You see, the world has taught Maria to be cunning. And I told you, she gives impressions, not facts. How did you know that I tried to help her?
Oh, you left your name in the lining of the boots you gave her.
Are you going to turn me in to the authorities? Look, I tried to help Maria. I have broken your rules. What are you going to do about it?
Waiter. Waiter. Here, buy yourself a couple of drinks. That's all.
We follow him. He might be Maria's passport.
Hey! Give me some food, you fat oaf! Or I'll pick up a piece of this glass and slit your throat with it.
No, Cap.
Evening, Admiral Fox.
I've come about the girl, Maria. You're keeping her here?
Yes, sir.
I've got an authorization from the Department of Citizenship and Immigration.
Yes, sir.
You'll accept my check for the bond.
Yes, sir. Naturally, Admiral.
I'm taking her into my personal custody. The department will let me know when there's been a decision on the case. What's been going on here?
Well, the young lady was trying to communicate with me that she was hungry. Sir, but I was going to get her some food.
Oh, I'll take care of that. I think I noticed a diner across the street.
Yes, sir. Joe's joint.
Delighted, Admiral Fox. Did I hear you say you were taking me out to dinner?
Yes. I thought the Carlton Club. It's quiet, but the food is wonderful.
The Carlton. Why not? Oh. Keep an eye on my luggage. I'll send a boy for it later.
Good evening, Admiral Fox. This way, please.
Thank you.
Dog Fox. Well, like they say, rank has its privileges. Maurice, did you bring the wine list?
I'd like an avocado crevette. Then the duck a la orange.
And the wine with the duck? Louis Saint-Georges, perhaps.
48 if you have it.
Yes,
that would
we
be
have.
perfect.
Hors d'oeuvre and the duck.
Thank you, sir.
You seem very much at home with a rather elaborate menu.
I'm also at home with a crust of bread or a bowl of rice. I'm not what you expected. More ladylike, no? It is because my father was of noble birth.
There are not very many countries left where one uses the phrase of noble birth.
True. What are our plans, Admiral, after dinner?
So we're going back to my apartment.
Excuse me, sir. Compliments of Captain McCabe, Rogers, and Carter, sir. They set to celebrate the occasion.
Thank them. He'll take it with dessert.
Yes, sir.
Don't be angry at your friends, Admiral. They make a perfectly harmless assumption that between us it is an affair of the heart. We know better.
Indeed we do.
We know it is a matter of business. Except, I haven't heard what's in it for me.
I don't quite understand that last.
You've outlined the program for tonight. What about tomorrow? If it's back to the warehouse, that's not good enough. I want to stay in this excellent country of yours.
I made no promises.
Exactly. So let's bargain. Before I go back to your apartment with you, I want to know how much time in this country it will get me. A year? 6 months, then. 3 months.
At my apartment, you will meet my friends, Mr. and Mrs. Carruthers, who will take you to their home and put you to bed and spank you if they take my advice. The idea was to make your life a little pleasanter while immigration was sorting out your case. The motive, if I may put it bluntly, was human kindness.
Excuse me, sir. You want it on the phone.
Thank you. Admiral Fox here. Hello. Hello.
Maria!
You see, I made it, Roger, darling.
You've no coat. You must be frozen. If I'd known.
You did not expect me? You knew the Ulysses docked this morning.
Well, my instructions were to stay away from the ship. I've been waiting here for you. I wasn't sure how long it would take the captain to smuggle you off.
There was some complication, minor. But nothing could keep me from you, my dear.
Did the captain treat you well?
How much did you pay him?
$1,000.
Not that well. Drunken old brigand. Oh.
Yeah? Look, I'm sorry to barge in on you like this, but I know Maria's here and I want to find her.
You!
Maria.
You arranged everything!
Yeah, now I know it was a dirty trick to play on you and the Admiral, but it worked.
I'll kill you! I'll...
Hey, stop.
Now, Maria, wait.
No, look, stop her.
Hang on a minute now. Just take it easy. Who is this man? What's going on?
He tricked me into betraying you. Kill him!
Now, Maria, shouldn't I have a little motive first?
He's an official, a swine of an official. That's motive enough.
Oh, now that is debatable. Now just calm down, Maria.
What?
Maria, will you listen to me?
Swine!
No.
He's here to arrest us both.
Oh, I'm not. Will you at least listen to what I have to say?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shoot. No, just watch her. Now, the reason that I came here was to give you both some good advice.
Don't listen to him. He's deceitful.
No, I'm not.
Sinister.
Now, hear him out, Maria. That's right, that's right. Now, look. What I have for you both is a simple, straightforward suggestion. Get married.
That doesn't sound too sinister, Maria.
I do not trust him. And besides, I do not like to be proposed to by proxy.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Maria. Look, if you were to marry Roger, you'll have some legal standing in this country. Immigration might want to deport you, but they'll have to go through the courts.
It makes sense, Maria.
Yeah, and the case might be appealed for years. By that time, you'll have a home, kids, debts. They'll never be able to push you out of Canada. Oh, brother. Well, anyway, that's my advice to both of you. And I'm sorry about the vase, but... Get married in the morning, huh?
Maria.
Yes.
I do love you. I'm for it, are you?
Come.
Well, isn't that what you came here for? To marry me?
Well, yes, of course, but not so sudden. First, there must be some things decided. Something I must do. Roger, can't we talk about this later?
Did you hear the last part?
Something I must do. Roger, can we talk about this later?
One must admit, she's a very clever girl, Maria.
Then you expected her to run out on me.
Well, yeah.
You got me away from that table, knowing she'd use the opportunity to escape.
What escape? Look, I knew she'd run to the arms of her boyfriend, and she did. There's the $500 you're worried about. Well, no sweat. When the immigration department wants Maria, she'll be there. At least as Mrs. Roger Simmons.
Matchmaker. Is that your role? Look, when I said escape, I meant escape. The police are looking for Maria. They left me these. She has a record of over a dozen arrests. Illegal entry, deportation, petty theft.
Oh, well, that's just the usual stuff for a displaced person.
Well, not quite. One of them, Switzerland. Maria was picked up in the company of a known agent. On a train. The woman was trying to get Maria into Switzerland illegally.
That's still only guilt by association.
Maria was picked up in the company of Pilar Burgos, wanted in connection with an assassination and several political kidnappings. This is international espionage, Nicky, the big time. And I'm custodian of a girl mixed up in it, thanks to your arrangements.
Well, what did you tell the police?
That you'd deliver Maria. And, laddie, you'd better do just that.
Sorry, she's away. She won't be back for a couple of days.
Well, where did she go?
It's something that it's personal. I'm not at liberty to divulge her plans.
Well, what about the plans of you and her getting married?
We talked that over. It's been temporarily postponed.
Roger, are you sure she didn't walk out on you?
I have her complete confidence.
Oh, you have her complete confidence?
Yes.
Well, then where the devil did she go?
I know where she went.
Well?
I told her I wouldn't tell anybody, and especially not you.
Roger, do you know that she's wanted by the police? Look. Now, I think she's stringing us both along.
She's had passport problems all her life. Naturally, she has a file like this. I was in Casablanca on a business trip when I met her. She was in a cafe, a hostess. I was never under the impression that Maria was a saint. You take Maria on her own terms, or not at all.
Roger, do you know her?
She moved into the apartment next door a week ago.
Associate of Maria's. Take a look at the biography.
What do you mean, associate?
Well, she was arrested with her. Traveling.
Come on, Maria must have been tricked.
Oh, come on. Do you think a big-time spy is going to take time to trick an innocent young girl like Maria?
I don't know. I just find it impossible to believe that this woman and Maria are friends.
Well, friends or enemies, that's not the point. It all adds up to the same thing. I've got to get a hold of Maria. Look, Roger, will you snap out of it and tell me where Maria is?
I know where she said she was going.
I appreciate that, sir, and I would be happy to help you, but I'm afraid it is not possible.
Look, if it's a matter of...
No, I'm most sorry, sir, but I cannot help you. This lodge is completely full. Yes, miss.
Have you a room, single?
You have a reservation, miss?
I'm afraid no.
Ah, well, then there's not a chance, there's not a room, not a bed, and as you see, there's quite a list waiting for cancellation.
I can pay you well, senor.
Ah, no money can get you a room this week, senorita, I promise you.
Not even this coin?
100 pesetas gold. For 100 gold pesetas, men have betrayed their country.
To those who seek the man on the coin.
Your Maria.
Yes. Is he well?
He'll be more than well when his eyes embrace you.
May I see him alone?
Yes, of course. Now, it's through there. There's a path beyond the driveway. Leads to a shed. She's home.
It's been a long time. A long time we've been apart.
You don't worry. There's no one but you in his life. You go.
Living out here, so remote. Sometimes I thought I would never see my daughter again. Forgive me, my dear, but are you sure they didn't follow you?
I am sure, Father. I came secretly on a freighter. The captain was bribed.
From Casablanca to here. It is a long way. It must have been a large bribe. Where did you get such a sum of money?
From a Canadian, a young businessman. I met him at the cafe where I was working.
You in love with him?
Well, he's a good friend. A fine man. Without his $1,000, I would not be here with you.
And these clothes, this good friend paid for these two.
Well, he said I needed some warm clothes, so when we got up this morning, I am here, Father. Does it matter how I paid my passage?
I owe him, this Canadian, that you are here. Yet I hate him for the dishonor. Forgive me, my dear, but this bitter exile.
He is not to blame. He wants to marry me.
But do you love him?
It's so hard for me to say. Love? The life I've led? Yes, I do.
But that would be wonderful, my little one. Married to a Canadian. It would be an end to your wandering. You would have citizenship, a country to which you belong at last. You don't want to marry him?
I cannot. He is decent, a fine man. I could not bear playing the role of his bride. Marriage is too sacred. And I have paid for my passages too many times.
Maria, to have said that which you have just said proves that you have not lost your integrity. You were a child thrown to a savage world. To have survived is an achievement. To have survived with integrity is a miracle. Marry this Canadian. You have much to give him.
He didn't leave a forwarding address. The Admiral was worried. And so were the police.
Maria, who is this man?
Down. All right, Maria, get your coat. I'm taking you back. I don't know if I'm stepping out of line or not, but I'm taking you along with us.
Please, let me explain. This is my father.
Oh, I see. Well, this place looks like a hideout to me.
It is indeed. I have known many hideouts, but not from the police. The present government of my country is not happy to have me wandering the world.
The generals want him back for a trial that would not be a trial.
What is it, some sort of political row?
You could call it that.
Well, I'm afraid, Maria, politics aren't my business. Now, I'm still taking you both back to the police. Now, come on, let's go.
If I am right, and you and I would both preserve the democratic principles, you must make politics your business, young man.
Garcia!
Pilar, I thought I'd lost you forever in Switzerland, my little kitten.
And you. They say that shipboard friendships end with a voyage.
Come, we've no time to talk. We have a long journey ahead of us. Why do you not look happy, Senor? You are on your way home.
Senator Prado, it's me, Hernandez. Senor, I brought a chicken and cazuela and a bottle for the celebration. Where's Senor Prado? Who are you? Come on, talk.
The guy that slugged me was named Garcia. Take it easy. Untie me and I'll tell you the rest. The woman that gave the orders, her name was Pilar Seurat.
They followed Maria. They're not stopping with the end for the senor. How long ago did they leave?
A couple hours ago.
It's too long, it's too late.
Not out of the country yet. There's still time to set up a few roadblocks.
I'll put police cover on air terminals, trains, and bus depots.
My hunch is the Ulysses.
I would have thought that's one captain that wasn't asking for any more trouble.
Yeah, well, he can't refuse trouble right now. Look, when does he sail?
In an hour. Once Maria became a police case, I gave the Ulysses clearance.
Well, Foxy, can you delay the sailing, search the ship?
I can and will.
Good. I'll hit the road now. I'll see you there in about an hour and a half.
Nicky, are you all right? You sound a little out of focus.
Yeah, well, I've had a couple of belts. Unfortunately, one of them was on my head. Goodbye.
Be reasonable, Admiral. Would I let the girl come back aboard? I've been fighting to keep her off my ship. Would I be hiding her now?
There's a strong possibility you had no choice, Captain. You might have been threatened.
I, Chronopoulos, accept no threats. Not on my ship where I am the boss.
We've been over every inch of this hulk. Nothing.
Is your head okay, Nicky?
I'll get by.
Looks as though you're in the clear, Captain.
If now I have everybody's permission, could I perhaps sail, Admiral?
I'll call the harbor master and get you the clearance.
1,000 thanks, Admiral. Chronopoulos, you have earned a drink.
Inspector, I'm going in the radio shack to talk to the harbor master. I really can't delay the sailing any longer.
Oh, look, we can hold it as long as we wanted to.
On what grounds?
Well, you know, when the ship docked here, one of the crew members, Garcia, he's hooked up with Pilar Seurat. He's an agent.
Oh, in that case, we will hold up the sailing.
Well, no, I don't think I'd want to do that to our dear friend, the captain. After all, Foxy, he's going to give us a lift downriver tonight.
I take it you're still playing that hunch?
Yep. Hey, look, if you're not doing anything later, why don't you take a ride down to the Iroquois locks? You can give me a lift back into town.
Anything you need?
No, thanks. Oh, my gun.
Oh, let's have your gun.
Good.
Anything else?
No, maybe just a little luck.
This will be an operation of great delicacy. It will require your cooperation, Senor.
You are unlikely to receive it.
Wrong, Senor. If you do become difficult, Maria will be given to Garcia for the journey back, and to any of his friends he may have among the crew. We move when the lights go out.
Say, is it all right if I use your phone?
It is not permitted that a crew use the phone.
That's all right. I'm a stowaway. Calling Iroquois Control. Ulysses calling Iroquois Control.
Come in, Ulysses.
Is that you, George? It's Nick King here.
I have Admiral Fox on the phone.
What shall I tell him?
Well, tell him that the Ulysses has just been boarded by 4 more stowaways. Yeah. Thanks for the use of the phone.
Says he has just been boarded by 4 more stowaways.
Thanks, George. Okay, let's go.
I expect you to find secure accommodation for our guests, Captain. Senor Garcia will perhaps be very happy in the cabin of your first mate, and I will take this cabin.
My dear lady, this is my ship,
Shut
and
up.
aboard my ship...
Like the police force in Canada.
Good evening. Well, tell me, Captain, what would you rather stand trial for, bribery or espionage?
Oh, bribes, please.
All right, take his gun away. Could she get out?
No. Now it's my turn.
My daughter is muy mujer, huh?
Much woman, yeah. Roger, you mind if I come in? Look, I hope you don't mind me dropping in so early like this, but I've got good news. The Canadian government has offered Maria and her father asylum, and it's official.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It isn't it? And, Roger, I hope you don't mind me giving you one last bit of advice. That girl is going to make somebody a damn fine wife someday. Now, I don't know where she's disappeared to, Roger, but if I were you, I'd go right out and try and find her before she gets hooked up with somebody else and you're going to be left out in the cold. This girl is really... Hi, Maria.
Hello.
Well, like I was saying, Raj, see ya.